I'm trying to think if I should be holding a hookah.
Nah, I like my interview I like doing stage interviews. What it do? One more time, I can't say what it do. Gotta fit your attire, you know. Hey, what's going on? As a Kid Prezzy, and we're back on the Culture Podcast, and today we have an actress that lives right here in the DMV, the beautiful and talented Jolie. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you a handshake. You look nice today, by the way. So,
thank you.
Yeah, it's fly. I love it. Thanks for coming out. So, Jolie, let's start with the basic. Who's Jolie? Is Jolie the actual name you're going by as an actress?
No. Everybody, they call me by my first name, Glendia, or they say G, but Jolie is my social media. Everybody know me as G Jolie on social media, so G or Jolie is what everybody call me, but my credit name as an actress is Glendia. So, yeah.
Glendia, okay. Because, now, I know you a little bit, so I know a little background about you. And, you know, I seen you on social media doing your thing. And I think you post a lot of, like, you know, you doing, you know, acting and just production and all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now you have, you're part of a movie.
I am.
Right? How you feel?
It's my first film, so, of course, I'm, like, overwhelmed right now with, like, everything going on. Certain people reaching out to me and just continuing my career as an actress because, like I said, this is my first film. Mm-hmm. And being as though it's my first film and it did pretty good, I wasn't expecting that. Mm-hmm. So now it's just like, oh my God, like, I'm an actress. Like, people really just hit me up like, oh my God, I seen you in this movie. I really like how you played this role. Like, that role just fits you. You're my favorite character. So I feel like I did my job. And one thing I like about acting and being in production and film is because, like, I'm a writer as well. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I love making stories come to life. Like, okay. I like people to see the vision that I have or the directors have, and I just try to portray that as best as I could. So okay. It's good.
So what character you played in the movie, the film?
So my character was Martina. Mm-hmm. She was a female pimp, a madame. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's like my alter ego now because that's really not me in real life. So it took a lot of getting out my comfort zone.
You sure that's not you?
I'm so shy.
Really?
I'm really shy.
If people are hitting you up in a DM or reaching out to you saying you did good, we're wondering now if that's really your character.
I jumped into it. I feel like I can just hop back into Martina any second now because I've been doing it for a while.
So for a while, how long have you been doing it? So what's the process? This film is when was the first I guess scene? What was the first scene shot? How long ago was this?
We shot this movie right in the beginning of coronavirus. So right in the midst of
2020.
2020.
2020. Okay.
Yeah, we shot this around I want to say around the summertime.
Okay.
So it was a lot of restrictions and, you know, a lot of precautions we had to take while filming. But the first scene that we shot, it was like a scene of me walking up with two of my hoes. And it was out front of a store. It's in Baltimore. Like, the whole movie was shot in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy. It was actually really cold that day, but it was summertime. So that's all I remember.
So how did you get the job? Of course, you had to do an audition, right?
Yeah.
So what was that process like?
It wasn't really a hard process. I think just because it's a Black-owned independent filming company, mm-hmm. and they were just looking for actresses like locally, and so with me being shy, I'm just like, I want to get out my comfort zone. I want to do something different, and I started modeling. I ain't gonna say like modeling, but I took a few pictures with some photographers, mm-hmm. and I'm just like, well, I did this. Why not act? Like, I'm a character myself. Like, I love my personality and how I am. So why not just do it? So I I seen an audition, casting call online, mm-hmm. and I applied. I sent them my pictures that I took when I was
Oh, that's what you're referring to the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you sent
and I sent them, and they
okay.
You know, come in. This is the casting call, and I did my audition. They loved me, and they picked me, and it was so crazy because I didn't expect to get like a leading role. Like the whole movie, basically, it was like I'm in every scene, damn near. So pretty big.
That's good. Congrats. Congrats. So the skill of being an actress, is that something that's a natural God-given talent, or something you went to school for?
I didn't go to school for it. I could tell you that much.
How do you, aside from, you know, like you said, like being a model, and, you know, how do you get that, because, you know, for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to like acting, you have to put yourself, characteristically, you have to put yourself in that person's space, the character you're playing. You have to literally like just be that person. You can't think about nothing else. Emotionally, you have to just like embody that person. So to me, that's a skill. That's not something you just, anyone can just stop how they're processing their train of thought, you know, like cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It is something you have to shut off who you are and be in character, right?
Right. So I feel like that's what I did. That's how I created this alter ego. Like I read the script, I practiced my script a few times, and it was just like, I don't know. I feel like I can tap into any emotion for real because I've been through all the emotions. So it's like it's not hard for me to like fake like something because a lot of the times like I can just tap into it. Like I can think about all the times I've been sad. I can think about all the times I've been angry, happy, or just being a bitch. And like I can really tap into it. So when the scenes came down to it, it was like, okay, my character, she's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And being a bitch, you have to go through some emotions to become a bitch. And I feel like anger and trauma is definitely something that kind of helped me tap into, you know, how she was and how she treated people. And so I think that was easy for me. So I think that's pretty much how I did it. I just reflected on my own emotions and I kind of like related it to that character and just amped it up more than what I was feeling.
So do you know any like any pimps in real life?
I feel like, you know what? I feel like a lot of these guys out here are pimps.
What you mean?
They some pimps. They want to be flashy. They want to have all the women around them.
Black man?
I ain't gonna stereotype, but it's men in this area. I feel like
I know a lot of,
but I wouldn't say like I know a lot of men that's like really pimping out females, but
because black men don't cheat, so I mean pimping is cheating.
Who told you that?
Have
you ever cheated?
No, never in my life. Not once. I always tell everyone this. They think I'm joking. I never cheated in my life.
Well, that's good for you.
Have you ever cheated in your life?
No.
As a pimp? We can't trust you. You know, you probably
I have never.
You probably just got in character real quick. You say no.
No.
You never cheated in your life?
Cheating?
Oh.
What's cheating? What's cheating? No, what is considered cheating? Like some people be like, oh, you texting somebody else, you're cheating. Oh, you fuck somebody else, you're cheating. Like it depends on what's your perception of cheating.
So texting someone is not cheating? If you're in a relationship,
it depends on.
If you're in a relationship and you're in a committed relationship,
I feel like I'm very loyal. I'm very like stern on who I'm dealing with. Mm-hmm. But shoot, you stop playing me. It's just like, all right, well, fuck it. I ain't gonna be loyal to you. You ain't be loyal to me. But I never fuck somebody while I'm with somebody.
So let's not avoid the question. So, but you have.
I'm not a cheater.
You have entertained someone else while you were with someone else.
Mm-mm.
Never did. So you never text a guy or answer a guy DM while you were in a relationship.
Nope.
Never did.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to believe, but you know, plus you're a pimp, so who knows?
Pimping ain't easy.
Yeah. So now, this is your first film, right? How do you feel overall? Does this boost your ego to believe you can now, take on like bigger positions when it comes to like I see you shaking your head. I think you kind of know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, like I honestly feel like I'm a versatile actress. Like I could have been a crackhead in that film. Like I could have been a crackhead. I could have been somebody's mother. I could have been a store clerk. I could have just been anybody. I could have been an extra on the set. And I feel like I still would have played my part. Like, it's all about making a vision come alive. So, you know, you do what you gotta do. You act how you gotta act. But I definitely I don't wanna be subjected to one certain role. Because a lot of people see me and they probably just think like, okay, she's a Black young woman. She got all these goddamn tattoos and, you know, she's a little thick, curvy, whatever. So most of the roles they probably would try to cast me for would be like stuff like this.
Oh,
I feel
I see what
films
you're saying.
like this.
They'll stereotype you and put you in a box and say,
Yeah, because
okay.
you wouldn't just look at me and be like, oh wow, she could be in a Marvel film. Like, you know, it's certain things that I feel like will hold me back just because, like, you know, I got all these tattoos and stuff, and most of the time they don't want you to have a lot of tattoos. They don't want you to be really shapy and stuff like that.
So Marvel, you mentioned Marvel. Is that something that's on your bucket list?
I would like to be in a Marvel film. Like, I love Marvel films.
Give me 5 roles you would love to play as a young actress. 5 roles. You say, you know what?
I would like to play a role that's like, I've always said I wanted to be in a black and white film. Like, I really
like a black and white. The whole thing is black and white.
Yeah, like a black and white film. I would like to play a film like that. I would like to play maybe like a 60s character, you know, like all the aesthetics of a 60s movie. I'll probably want to play like a real empowering role, like a powerful figure in like a woman's history figure. I wouldn't mind playing like a sick person. Like, I think that would probably be like the hardest thing for me. Like somebody, you know how 50 Cent did that movie?
Oh yeah.
And he had to lose all that weight, act like he was a cancer patient. I wouldn't mind doing something like that just to test my limits. And the 5th one, I would want to do like an animation voiceover. I love animation movies too. Very childish.
Wow. So I think we kind of jump over, like you mentioned, like modeling. So we jump over like where this all started. I know one thing. I know you mentioned production. You mentioned writing, right? I know at one point you were into media, right? So give us a little background as far as like, you know, where the whole entire entertainment idea comes from. Aside from, you know, you said taking pictures and stuff like that. Were you into like you were into like doing like music videos? Were you?
I did do a few music videos. Okay. I think that's when I really like, after I started, like I shot with 2 photographers and I thank them so much to this day because I just feel like I would never have got out my comfort zone or in my bag like how I am and just comfortable and just love myself more if I didn't like meet them and shoot with them. Callie and Wolf, I just wrote them and told them they're like 2 of the biggest photographers in this area. And when they met me, it was just like, I was so shy. I was actually doing a music video outside of the studio, and that's how I met Callie. And he's like, yeah, you should model. You want to take some pictures? I'm like, I'm really shy. I don't know how to pose and stuff. So he helped me with my poses and stuff like that. And then a few months later, like, I was just doing it. And then, you know, people hit me up like, yeah, can you be in my music video? This and that. So I did a few music videos. It wasn't like nothing too, like, video.
I wish I was around. I ought to be a manager. I ought to charge him $1 million to have
No,
you.
they did pay. They did pay.
But I know, but I'm just saying, I would charge him $1 million. You know what I'm saying? If I was around. But
oh, now price is going up.
What Fat Joe say? What Fat Joe say? Yesterday's price
is not today's price. Can't get the same service. All right.
So again, you were at one point you were doing interviews and stuff like that. What was the inspiration behind like going out? You know, I think let's call it the streets. What was it called? The street blogger. What was it called?
Oh, Jolie, the street journalist.
Yeah. What was that about?
So I initially put that. It wasn't like a big thing where it was like I was really interviewing people. I would say like in 2019, around that time, I got with like Sector 7 Productions, and they were Sector 7 Productions. They were shooting a lot of content and stuff, and he was actually working on a film, like a TV series around the time. And that's how I met him. And I just had this idea. I'm like, well, let's create some hype. So we did a few interviews. Like I interviewed a lot of local people, Big G from Backyard, DJ Reds. It was just like a bunch of people. And we did like a networking event where I had a chance to interview some writers and directors and stuff like that. So I really like the concept of getting to know people, getting to know what they do, and especially promoting like, Black-owned businesses and stuff like that. So, but like I said, I'm a writer, so I'm into like a lot of the journalist stuff.
For those who don't know, people know people write stuff, but I enjoy writing music. Give us an insight of the things you like writing.
My biggest thing was always poetry.
Poetry. So, topic. If you say tomorrow, get on your deck and you just out back, smoking a hook or whatever, you grab a pen and a paper and you start writing. What'll be one of the first things that come to mind to write about? As far as the passion driven.
I would probably write about myself, like my whole journey, like just everything that I am as a woman now, opposed to who I was like 6-7 years ago. You know how sometimes you're in a dark space and then you just start to come out that dark space. I just feel like with me and just moving forward in life now, like I came a very, very long way. And those who know. So I feel like that's just the biggest part of my journey, my story. Like even now with my spirituality, like I just feel like I'm more connected to God. I feel like I'm just more in tune with myself. So that's something that I'm very passionate about.
Are you in a space where you can discuss your past as far as where you came from?
I mean, I am. Of course, I'm still growing.
Right. So when you say that, what are you reflecting on? What are you referring to as far as where you come from? What happened that it sounded like a drastic event happened? Was it 5-7 years ago?
Yeah.
Is it family matter or is it like a relationship or what was the thing that
it's pretty much it's everything. It's everything. Like of course I had family issues, family drama. I had a whole lot of relationship drama and trauma, and then just like with my mental. Like I don't really like to just get into it because I just feel like mental health. Like some people, they just really get very triggered by it.
It's very
But I've been going through a lot mentally, and depression and stuff like that at a young age, and just doing certain things that I shouldn't have done around that time. So,
but the great. I mean, it's unfortunate, but the great thing about that. It gives you the emotion you described earlier that you can tap into.
Right.
Believe it or not, that experience is a reason why, you have the skill you have. So that experience give you the ability to just like tap into those emotions. Because like you said it yourself. You're aware of those emotions, so you can just jump in them and get out whenever you feel like doing it. But that's the beauty about that. Our past make us who we are. So I mean, I'm happy. You're here and I can even touch on it. And it doesn't seem like It's like you're in a place where you're very strong that you can actually just touch on this and move on. So, hey, praises to you. Congrats. That's big.
Well, thank you.
That's big. So, now, the future. What does the future look like? Where are we going next?
My future is very bright. Because the film was like successful. They picked it up for part 2. So we're about to start filming part 2 of the movie. And I think it will be more so like focused on Martina, which is my character.
Okay, that's good. Give us the storyline is based on a true story, right? And for those who don't know, give us more who the film is about and who's what's the name of the movie?
So the name of the movie is Hell in My Life, the Stacey Staxx story.
Okay.
It's based on a true story. It's about a lady that goes by Stacey Staxx. And pretty much she was introduced to the fast life at a young age, 16.
Okay.
You know, she was raped by her mother's boyfriend, and, you know, she just wanted to leave that life. Her mother was a junkie. And so she met Martina, which is the female pimp.
Oh.
And that's how she got into like wanting a nice clothes. She seen how she looked with mink furs and all of that. So she just wanted on. So she basically signed her life over to Martina. And that's how she started prostituting, stripping, and, you know, going through all the hell in her life.
Okay, where's she from?
I think she's from PA or Baltimore area.
East Coast.
I'm not really I'm not really sure.
And so right now, where's Stacey right now? She's alive, right?
She is alive.
Okay.
I can't really say her whereabouts.
No, I'm saying like, is she out? Was she?
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, I can't really say her whereabouts because I don't really know.
Okay.
I've never met Stacey. I know her story from the writer Angel Williams, which is the director. She's like the best-selling author right now, and she basically wrote her story based on Stacey's story. So I guess, you know, her and Stacey
probably communicate.
Yeah, and that's how she got the story, and she just wrote it out.
Okay. And where can we see this movie?
So you can see it on Tubi. It's actually in 5 categories right now, with 2 being most popular and most recommended on there. So that's pretty major. Yeah, so keep streaming.
Your first film. That's good. Congrats, Jolie. You're doing
you.
good. And you from here. Where exactly here are you from?
I'm from Suitland, Maryland.
Okay.
PG County.
You PG girl, pretty girl county.
Yeah. Born and raised.
So when Jolie's not doing no writing, no production, no boyfriend, nothing at all, Jolie's just bringing the world by herself. Don't say writing, because don't go back and say, well, I enjoy writing. Don't say that. Okay. What do you enjoy doing when you're not working?
I don't really do much. That might be hard to believe. I don't really do much. I'm a nurse full time, so hours are pretty crazy. I guess if I'm not doing that, I'm hanging out with friends, probably go grab a drink.
You're not out pimping?
No, I wish. You know what? I probably had like a couple $1 million. I was out, right girls, right corners, you know, right tricks.
And so I mean, they can see you're super attractive. So for a guy who's gonna see this and say, oh my gosh, she's so attractive, they want to jump in your DM or see you out in public, they want to holler at you. What's the ideal type of guy that can pull your attention?
Somebody that's very respectful, honorable. I like chivalry.
But how you know that from a person approaching you? What would you define?
It's all about the conversation. It's all about the approach. You're not about to, hey, what's up, me to death, or
you mean like
or
that?
Like, hey, come here real quick. You're not about to do that. Okay. Don't do that.
You gotta come on some gentlemen,
Absolutely, I'm grown. I'm not a little girl. We too old for that. Like, grown man stuff. Come up clean looking, smell nice. You know, teeth ain't all messed up and whatever.
So now, you know, we're in a social media age, right? And days, right? And a lot of things like your guy to say goes down to the DM, right? What would be ideal DM approach for a guy that may find you attractive?
Ideal?
If a guy say something to you in the DM.
A corny ass joke. I'm very goofy.
Oh.
If you make a corny ass joke, like, I remember one guy wrote me, he was like, girl, something. He was like, I forgot. He said, girl, you hotter than the bottom of a laptop or something. And I was just dying laughing. Like, what made you think of that? How many girls did you send that to? But of course, like, I ain't really, you know, entertain it. But I just thought that was like funny and cool. It wasn't the same, hey, what's up with you? What's your number? Like DMs. Like, no, I'm not going to respond.
So you don't entertain guys online? You never dated a guy? You ever met a guy online?
I have, but it wasn't like, oh, hey, what's up with you? Let me get your number. It'll probably be like some stuff where you respond to my story and like make a conversation, and it was just like an intellectual conversation, but not just
what's up, what's good, you're fat, you're pretty, all that blah blah, like she giggle. Not the pimp stuff. Don't get the character twisted. Not because you see it in a movie don't mean, you know what I'm saying, right? That's a lifestyle.
And niggas couldn't even approach Martina in a movie, so let's just be clear. Martina don't play that.
She Martina gangster. You know, most pimp gotta be a real roughneck.
Yeah, I feel like that's how she was. She was pointing guns at guys and all that in the movie. Like, yeah, know who I am. You won't know.
Oh, so this is a must see.
I mean, you should.
Yeah.
You definitely should.
Make sure y'all go check that out. Tell them the name again. Tell them the name.
Hell in My Life, the Stacey Staxx story on Tubi. And Tubi is free. It's no reason why y'all shouldn't watch the movie, because it's free. And we all love a good hood movie on Tubi. Like,
check it out. Check it out. So, Jolie, we mentioned Future earlier. Are you working on anything new? Aside from, you said you guys getting ready to shoot the second part 2, right?
Yeah, I'm actually shooting a TV series as well. We start the filming for that in about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Can you speak on the name, or you can't say too much?
It's called Torn.
Okay. You start shooting in 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. And when are you guys expecting that to come to the light of public?
Hopefully, around, we wrap everything up around June, July, maybe around that time, end of the summer, hopefully.
Okay.
Everything works out.
Okay, so yes, that's this summer. Yeah, okay. And inspiration. Who do you look up to as an actress?
There's so many people.
So many? Wow.
So many people. I gotta give credit to everybody. One person that really just inspires me, I want to say, is Tyler Perry. Just the whole media mogul of how he just became who he was, like starting out with stage plays and, people barely coming to the shows to being this multi-millionaire, probably billionaire, building a really big production studio. And like most of his films is like Black entertainers. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he put a lot of people on. That's very inspiring. That's somebody who I definitely want to work with. I really have respect for Taraji. She's from this area. Mm-hmm. I like how she just grew. Like, you could just see her evolving as an actress, like, over the years. Who else? I would say I really like Jada Pinkett Smith. Mm-hmm. Even though, it's a lot of controversy with her, but I really love Jada. It's a lot. I have a lot of respect for Viola Davis. Mm-hmm. And there's so many more. What's her name? I can't think of it right now.
Okay. So, as a child, did you have any idea you would grow up to be in the movie industry, in the film industry?
I had no idea. When I was a child, I wanted to become. Oh, sorry. I ain't
you good. No, you the guest. You the guest. you the guest.
But
I'm actually enjoying the conversations. I didn't realize you didn't pass it. Real talk, but go ahead.
But no, a lot of people don't know this about me. But when I was young, when I was in my child years, I wanted to become a video game designer and editor. Like, I was so into computer graphics. I had every game system you can think of, every game. Like, I was really a big gamer. Yeah, a lot of people.
So you know how to play like video games?
Yeah, I do.
Right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I had every game, though. Every game. Rainbow Six, Call of Duties, Midnight Club, Dove Editions, just like Grand Theft Autos. Like, I really used to enjoy playing the game.
So, yeah, people don't, not people, but I would never guess that. And now, I mean, I think it all kind of makes sense now. Like, because like you said, I don't think you're shy, but you seem shy. I think just like, if I had to put you somewhere that's like, just leave you, just like standing up, and someone had to guess, I think they would be indecisive. They wouldn't know what to say. They wouldn't know how to. Aside from, like you said, people put the tattoo on, the shape and blah, blah, blah. But the things you're saying, I don't think anyone could actually, like, pull that out, like, okay, she's a gamer or she's into that kind of stuff.
Nope.
Yeah. Is that a family thing, or you?
It was just me. I was always smart, always stayed on the honor roll, always. When it came down to anything, my mother bring anything in the house, I was the one to fix it, put together everything. Like, I've just always been like a hands-on, just, I don't know, geek.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You're smart. Siblings. You have siblings?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I have 5 siblings, 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
Daddy was a bad boy?
You said, was he a bad boy?
Yeah. The Rolling Stone?
I mean, 2 of my sisters, we got the same mother and father. He has a daughter, which is his oldest, and then he has a son by somebody else, which is the second oldest, and then there's 3 girls, me and my 2 sisters that got the same mother and father, and then I have a little brother by my mom.
Okay. In comparison to, like, to my family, that's a big family.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense now. It makes sense.
What?
It makes sense.
What you mean?
Your personality.
What's my personality?
Just like, you seem like the only child.
Really?
As a personality, but you have 1 sibling, so it just kind of makes sense.
You get that? Like, really? How you? I mean, give me an example of, like, what a one child actions a one child would take as a one single child.
Like, you just seem. It's not in a bad way.
No, I'm cool.
Nonchalant.
I'm very nonchalant.
Yeah, I always tell you that you like a little nonchalant and a little cocky, a little bougie, but you just like you seem like you're more like not self-centered, but self-oriented.
I think we're twins. I think you're just like me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You never said that. You never said that before.
Nah, I think you're just like me. I'm dead serious. I think you're self-centered. I think you're
You think I'm self-centered? Mm-hmm. Oh shoot.
You can not care. And I think for me, just learning you and as a friend, just knowing you, I think it's more so of like this interview kind of tells a lot. I think the history of who you are, where you came from. I think you're more. I think you've been exposed to certain things at a young age, and I think the nonchalant thing you mentioned, you have that as well. That I don't care.
I've grown that. I've grown into that. Like, it's recent. Like, this is a recent thing. I would say, no lie, I started having this attitude probably like around a couple years ago. Okay. I have never been like this. Like, I've always just been like, in my shell and just like, but now it's just like you gotta be this way because.
But you do know, like you said, like you for example, like I said, if I put you like if we had a couple folks walk in this room right now, you just sit down and just not say nothing because most of the time you're not gonna say nothing at all. This is your character. You're just gonna be quiet, right? Until you get like warmed up, then you probably say something. So you think me, what you know about me so far, you think I'm any different of that?
I definitely feel like you're a little more outgoing.
Really?
I feel like you're a little more outgoing.
Nah, that's because you're cool with me, so I'll interact and joke and play with you, but I'm not. I'm like.
Really?
Yeah, I'm more like a fly on the wall. That's how we met. Remember, I was minding my business. I was cool and stuff, and they were doing whatever. I was just tagging along. No, think about it. I was just tagging along, right? And I was cooling. And we were just cooling. Think about it.
And then we just sparked a conversation.
And we're just cooling. Everybody was doing what they're doing. We're just cooling. Think about it. You're my twin for real. So out of all the people who were hanging with, right? You and I, out of everybody, was just cooling. Mine old Miss like, yeah, we're just here. So we won't get fined. So if you look at the details, yeah, we're twins. So you're as nonchalant as I am. One thing I love about you, like, you have a good heart, and you people may see you and they may think, like, you're hard body, but you're really like you said, you're really like a teddy bear. Like you're really soft, and so that's probably different. Me now, I'm like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? A little different, but we're still twin. We have a similar personality, I would say, if you ask me.
It's like day and night. Well, not night. It's like
You
day.
and I?
It's like day and sunset.
You
Because
and
I'm
I?
in the middle. Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, you're like day, and I'm like sunset. Like, okay. I'm in between.
More dark, the pimp, you know what I'm saying? The pimp. Closer to the pimp character, more darky? No, but well, so growing up, in a household with your siblings, what was that like?
Well, I mainly grew up with my sister that's closest to my age. She's like a year and some change ahead of me. And that's how I learned how to fight. I'll tell you that much. I learned how to fight. That's all we did was fight. But
What you mean, like both you
friend.
guys?
Yeah.
Why were you guys fighting? What was it fighting?
Sibling things. Just getting on each other's nerves.
Like y'all used to like box, like fight?
Like boxing, yeah.
Really? So you a fighter too? See? Exactly my point. You see how she sits down? Jolie like cool and shit.
I am.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been in a few fights. I can't say I lost none.
Mm-hmm.
Besides a couple of ones with my sister, but that's how I grew to fight because, But other than that, I'm not on that though. Like, I'm so chill. Like, I'm more of like a defend myself type of person.
Okay.
Like, I don't really be starting shit. But
okay. You finish it.
If it come my way, I'm gonna defend myself.
Okay. We know what that means. The pimp.
Making me put this pimp pants.
Your sister, what she have going on these days? What is she doing right now?
My sister?
Mm-hmm.
She actually she's the president of a production company, the Sector 7 production company that I was telling you about.
Okay, so
yeah, her and her fiance, they own that. So they're actually working on some films too. And she used to be more so like the outgoing one, but now she's more of the behind the scenes, like get the business done. Like she, if you would have asked me who as a person that I look up to, I would say definitely my sister. I've always wanted to be like my sister. She's just like a hustler. Like she do everything. It's like nothing that she can't do. Makeup, hair, like lashes, just whatever. Like writing, just filming on set. Like she just do a lot.
Okay. So is it safe to say your position with your passion is in your bloodline? Because she's into that field.
I would say we all have different lanes.
Okay.
Like we're all not in the same exact lane.
But it's still entertainment.
But yeah,
okay. Mom, dad.
Yeah, my mother, she actually wrote a book like a couple years ago, and I actually helped her. I actually helped her like write it and type it, and get it published. And then my sister did like the illustrations.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a family thing.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I was asking earlier. Where because the way it was presented, it seemed like you just jumped up one day, like you said, took some pictures, and
But no, but I would say like my mom, like I've been writing since I was like we age.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like my mom just grown that passion. Like after she retired, it was just like, okay, I want to do something. I want to write about my experience. So that's why I helped her write her book and stuff. And then my sister, I would say like once I went on set to do filming, and I brought her on set with me, and that's how she met her fiance. But yeah, and then she got into it. But like I said, she's not more of like the on-screen person. Like she's the behind the scenes. Like she put that shit together. Like help everything. She's like the heart in it.
Okay.
So with me, it's like I'm pretty much all around. I don't really do like the business behind the scenes.
Talent. You like a talent position.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I was gonna ask you, are we gonna see any work from you and your sister anytime soon? It's already in the works.
It's in the works.
Like
I said, they're filming. They're getting ready to film a movie. So yeah, I'm gonna put my bid in. Like I'm gonna audition like everybody else, but Like, I'm putting my bid in because I want to be a part of that. That's a family thing.
Okay. And are you going to write a movie? And
I do write scripts. I do have a lot of scripts and ideas, movie synopses, and pilots that I just want to just broadcast to these big distribution companies, you know, Warner Bros., Tyler Perry Studios. Like, I want to get that out there because I have a lot of ideas.
Have you tried reaching out to like Tyler Perry Studios? I don't know what the procedure is, the process is.
I don't really know.
It's in Atlanta, right?
It is. I don't really have like that connection because I don't have a manager right now. I don't have like a PR person or nobody to vouch for me. So it's like anytime I reach out, I'm not gonna lie, I was in Tyler Perry DM like, come on, give me a shot. But of course, he got a million other DMs. So it's like, okay, this is God. Please just let him see my DM one time because I'm gonna write him again. But yeah, I don't have that type of representation.
Okay.
So it's definitely gonna be harder. But hopefully, if I keep doing these films, then somebody's gonna see me. Somebody's gonna reach out.
You get there. If you wasn't doing film, what would you be doing?
Being a nurse.
Speaking of nurse, how did you get to the nursing thing?
I've been in the medical field since I was like 18 years old. And I kind of like after the 5th round, like I've always been like a phlebotomist or a dialysis technician. So I'm like, well, I might as well go to school and become a nurse, you know. But I'm a nurturing person. So it wasn't hard for me. Like I've took care of my sick family members and all of that. Like my great aunt, she was a dialysis patient. So that's what made me like apply for a dialysis technician and go to school for that. Just because like I wanted to learn more and just, you know, just feel like where she was coming from. And once I got into that field, it was like, okay, probably like a year or two later, she passed away. And so I just kept going. I stuck with it. And then over the years, you just run into so many different people and you just build like a certain type of love for everybody as far as like my patients, my co-workers and everything. So I stayed in there for a few years. And I'm just like, well, I need to go to the next level. If I'm going to be, I don't want to be stagnant in one position. So it's like, why not go to nursing school? So went to nursing school for a couple years, came out as a nurse. Now it's like I'm working as a nurse. And yeah, but I feel like now that I've went through school, it was such an experience, so hard, so much energy. And now I just feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that full time. Like, I love helping people. Don't get me wrong. I didn't save so many lives, did CPR so many times, brought people back to life. And it's just like, it's cool. Like, I feel like I've did my part.
Okay.
But nursing is definitely a backup plan for me now.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to jump more into production. And
versus like acting? Like when you say production, you mean like acting or just like production?
The whole 9 yards.
So you're going to do everything?
Yeah, acting, filming, you know, creative directing, writing, just...
What would make you what position would make you the happiest? If I had $1 billion right now, I say, hey Joe, I'm gonna give you a production company. I need you to run a company. Or I say, hey Joe, I got $1 billion right now. I'm gonna get you a agency to take bookings, you know, to films across, you know, Hollywood or whatnot. Or I say, hey Jolie, I got $1 billion. I just want you to write a bunch of movies, and I have the budget. We're gonna shoot them and put them out to the world. What would be your go-to?
My main lane.
Yeah, what would you say would be your in front of the camera, behind the books, or behind the production side of things?
As of right now, I would say in front of the camera.
Okay.
And that's only because, like I said, I want to just, I feel like that's what's going to really test my limits. It's going to like really make me elevate. Like you could be behind the camera. You can learn all you can learn about production, how to film with angles, the lighting, color grading, and all of that type of stuff. And you'll know it. So it's like once you know it, you just know it.
Right.
But as an actress and getting different roles, it's like it's it's a different experience every time you film something. And I think I really want that. Like, I don't want to just stop nowhere. Like, I just want to keep going up, keep going up, keep going up. And I feel like acting with getting different roles and being different people and tapping in to a lot, I feel like that's going to make me happy.
So this is probably a difficult question because you don't know the destiny. You know, it's something we shouldn't play with. But where would you say define like happiness? What would you say you'd be happy after? What's the accomplishment you think that would like, yes, I did it? Where do you think you would feel like, yes, I did it?
I feel like, well, I actually kind of felt like I did it once the film came out and it just did the numbers that it did. I felt like, damn, like I wasn't expecting that. It was just overwhelming. So I just feel like any little moment that I actually just finished something, it's not like half-assed or just incomplete, and I actually just did it and put my all into it, I feel like I'll have some type of
satisfaction.
Yeah, like satisfaction. Like, that's something that I enjoy. It don't have to be like, oh my God, I need a Oscar or something like that. It don't have to be that, because if I can just touch a few people and if somebody can just relate to me in a film or just, just enjoy my presence on the screen and I can just really execute the character that I'm trying to execute, it's like, that's all I need. And like the feedback that I was getting, it really just warmed my heart, because it was just like, damn, like I really wasn't trying to like touch people and make them like feel like they have to like me. I was just doing it just to see, just to do it. But now it's just like a sense of accomplishment there.
You think you'll ever stop?
I don't.
You don't see that?
God's will. Like, God's will. I just hope that I can just keep going, keep elevating.
No. When I said it's just, I want to be clear. So when I say that, I mean like after like we all desire certain things in life. I'm not sure where you are financially. Like you said, you're not too big on the Oscar and stuff like that. When you 10 film under your belt and stuff like that, you think at some point you're gonna be like, I did it, I'm good. No. You feel like that pat, you got that fire. You got a strong belief that you're gonna be a Samuel L. Jackson.
Look at Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett is fine as hell. She been acting all these years, and it's just like as she get older, like of course some of the roles like change, like, and that's what I'm looking for. Like I wouldn't mind if I was 40 years old, 50, 60 years old, and if they gave me a role to play somebody's grandmother or whatever, like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to be a sense of, I want to stop doing this. Like, nah, I want to keep going. I wouldn't mind keep going. Like, as long as I don't lose, like, no limbs or, get really sick. Like, that's why I said God's will. Hopefully I stay in good health and shape and I can keep going.
Yeah. God, speaking of God, now, of course, there are a lot of young ladies, especially in the DMV, who don't have access to, like, I would say Hollywood, but now you have Hollywood, Baltimore, Atlanta, especially New Hollywood. To those folks who don't see a bright future in film, what would you say to them, especially young females? Because at one point in your career, like you said, you did some music video, and then guys said, hey, you should model, and that trickled down into you becoming get into acting and so forth, right? What would you say to a person who has the same passion or similar passion you have, but don't have any kind of idea of how to get to that point where they in their first film like you are?
So like, it's so crazy that you said that, because a few girls hit me up after the film and they're like, well, I really want to be an actress. I don't know, I really don't know how to start or whatever. Right. So like I tell everybody, you just have to do your research. Like, you really have to do your research. That's what I did. You do your research. Of course, you have to get some, get some photos, get some nice professional photos done. I mean, you don't have to have a manager. You don't have to, it would be great if you did, because, you can get that quicker, you have some representation. But if you don't have that, like I don't have that, I didn't have that, like you just have to research, like apply to these roles, even if it's being an extra, get on set, talk to the production team, the cameraman, like ask questions, talk to the directors. What I did was I actually Googled a lot of production companies and I did my research, went on their pages, looked and see what type of films that they're doing or projects that they're doing. Hey, ask, how can I be a part of this? How can I be an asset? And, you can go from there, but you have to be comfortable in not being comfortable. That's
put in the work.
Yeah. And, you can't get lazy. You can't get discouraged because, like you said, you win some, you lose some. You might not get the lead role in a film, but even if you become an extra or whatever, like it's still something. Like you have to work your way up. And I feel like a lot of stuff is not going to be handed to us coming from this area, then being a Black woman. And I don't want to keep saying that because it's a lot of Black successful people, but being realistic, like it's not going to be handed to us. It was never handed to us.
Right.
And it's the hardest being a Black woman and coming up in film, especially when you're not like basically screwing your way to the top. You trying to be professional and you just have to carry yourself like that until somebody take you serious. So that's definitely what I tell you. Get your portfolio going. Start talking to yourself. Make up a scenario in your head and act it out. Talk to yourself. Get comfortable.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one.
Yeah, that's what I always talk to myself. People might think I'm crazy, but I'll be driving home from work and I think about something and I just be like, just babbling. People probably be
it sounds
looking
like
over.
an acting exercise. Is that what you?
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me.
But I really don't be doing it as an acting exercise. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I just be acting out scenarios in my head for no reason. Like I'll be like, if somebody did this to me, what would I do? Have a whole argument about that. Like I feel like that's why I can't argue. I don't like arguing, of course, but
You just fight.
Have you ever been in an argument and then you come back to the argument like 30, 40 minutes or 2 days later and be like, fuck, I should have said this. I already have it in my head to say it, so I'm going to say it. So if I'm arguing with somebody, it's going to be like.
You just fight. You just go back to your sister and just beat somebody up. Get back to the pimp days, right?
Nah, I don't like putting my hands on people. I don't condone violence. Let's get that clear. I do not condone violence. Not a violent person.
Jolie's like, I'm not here to argue with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, be cool.
Just smack somebody real quick. The pimp way. I'm so proud of you. I love this interview. Yeah, all the best. I'm thrilled, like, especially I don't know too many local. I know a lot of rappers and stuff in this area, a lot of producers and models and stuff like that, but not too many actors. So you're one of one. I don't think I know any other actors. I know I know someone else. Yeah, I got a homegirl, she's actually living in Canada right now. She's into acting and stuff like that. But there's not too many of you guys around, so it's kind of refreshing to see you not out here just, doing whatever. Before we get out here, give us a drawback, because you haven't said anything as far as a drawback from the industry you're in. Aside, you kind of touched on, like, aside from screen way to the top, that's kind of all I heard from what you just said. Give me a drawback of things, I wouldn't say don't like, but you would change about it, the film industry. Like you would change if you were in a position to change it.
I would say the professionalism. A lot of times it's not.
What you mean?
Really professional. Like I've been on some sets, and it just wasn't like structured, like organized.
What you mean, like the shooting is not organized, or it's not like scheduled on task, or that the people who are in charge of being unprofessional towards you? Like,
no. I wouldn't say that. I haven't had like a bad experience with somebody being unprofessional towards me. It was just like, and I'm not talking like about the film or nothing that I'm in, but I'm just saying like generalized on any type of set. It's just organization. You have some people, And I know with a lot of music videos, of course, sometimes people come on set like drunk or whatever like that. But I feel like if I'm being paid to do something, like we need to be like in and out. But other than that, you know, you have people that try to talk to you and hit on you and stuff.
In that way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too, but other than that, like I haven't had a bad experience with like filming, so I can't really speak on that.
Okay, that's probably why we never mentioned that earlier. Okay, that's good. So congrats again, and congrats. And if someone you know, of course, sees this and they want to work with you, like local directors and stuff like that, what would be the best approach to get your attention?
Just slide in my DMs. Slide in my DMs. You know, of course, introduce yourself, the project. You know, we could set up a meeting. We could set up a phone call.
Okay.
Skype, Zoom, whatever. You can hit my email and email me details, and we can go from there.
And nothing ain't free. Ain't nothing free.
If it's for like a cause, like a great cause, like if it's going to benefit somebody, like if you say, I want to do a segment and I want you to talk to some females about like acting or tips or just anything, I'm all for it. Especially for the youth. Okay. Like I do it for the youth. I do it for, you know, whatever. But if you're not about to just say, yeah, I need you to do this, and that, I don't know if you fell out. And then just, you know, it's a little fee.
Business.
It's business.
It's business, just like that. So you mentioned they can slide in your DM. Of course, we're going to put your name tag. Just tell them where they can find you at.
So you can find me on Instagram at Jolie. That's GEE.JOLIE. I don't really be on no other social media, so if you see something else, it's probably not me.
Yeah.
And you can look me up on the IMDb website too.
How can they find you in there?
Oh, just type my name, Glendia Walker.
Okay.
Glendia Walker. Okay, you can check Jolie. The credits. You can check the credits.
Okay. Yeah. Jolie, thank you. I'm proud of you. Congrats.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And come back.
I will.
Yeah. So.
We're gonna have an updated interview in a couple months. And I'm gonna have so much more to talk about.
Because summer's around the corner, so you got a lot of work in progress right now for the summer, right? Yeah. So whenever you just come back.
Drop one in.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
With that being said, we're out.